What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be trying something new, and I bet you're wondering what this little thing is. We'll wait no further. The fine folks over at Vlad Blad, say that 3 times fast, Vlad Blad, sent me over a brand spanking new machine to review. This is the Ultron Pro 4, and I wanted to give you my first impressions on it and then run it through the mud and come back with my final impressions. So let's check it out. It was really in there. So this is the Ultron Pro 4. I have tried and own an Avenger Pro 3, and I really love the machine. It is a very different running machine. It's different than most tattoo machines out there for several reasons, but today I want to talk about this one in particular. This is definitely the most expensive machine on the market that I've seen. It runs, after tax and shipping, probably almost $2,000. But it's got a lot of different features, so many features that it's almost overwhelming. And my first impressions with this machine are, it is a slightly heavier machine than I'm used to. The bottom has an offset cartridge hole, which is unusual. I've never seen that on another machine before. And it has the option to change your strokes from 3.2 all the way up to 5.5. All you have to do is give this little screw a turn and put it wherever you want it. It also has this little knob on the back, which we'll be getting further into later. Switches from one side to the other. Let's turn it on and see what's on the menu. So it also has these options where you can go from stable, but if you press these 2 buttons at the same time, it goes to soft 1 and soft 2 and even soft 3. And on the other side of that is sharp 1, sharp 2, and sharp 3. So as I said before, there's just a lot of different options with this machine. It's probably the most versatile machine that I've ever held. From the fact that you can change the stroke out from 3.2 all the way up to 5.5, you can also change the sharpness and the hit, as well as this little anti-gravity knob on the back. There's just so many options with this thing. I'm curious to try it out, so let's go test it out on a few tattoos and I'll come back and give you my proper opinion. And we're back. So I've had this machine for a little over a month now, and first of all, I do have to thank Vlad Blad for sending me this machine over so I can review it. I did tell them that I'm going to give them an honest review because if you've seen this channel, you know I like to be as authentic as possible. I'm going to give you my pros and cons with this machine after putting it through the ringer. I've taken it to a few conventions, I've put many hours on this machine, and here are a few tattoos that I've used it for. This little Bowser sticker was one of the first tattoos I used it for, and I was really impressed on how it packed these greens and yellows. This other Simpson sticker I used it for, and with the location, I was also very impressed with how it packed the whites. And even this Matthew Perry tattoo that is in soft black and gray. I've been tattooing for 25 years. I've used hundreds of machines, any machine I could get my hands on, so I feel like I have a pretty good idea on what to look for. I'm pretty versatile when it comes to different styles, everything from traditional to black and gray realism and everything in between. And with a machine this versatile, I'm looking to be able to tackle all those different styles. So let's get to the pros with the Vlad Blad Ultron Pro 4. All right, so the first thing I like about this machine is it is very quiet. Now, it's not as quiet as some machines that don't have armature bars, but again, for what it's working with, I'm pretty impressed. It is pretty heavy, but I personally like that in a machine. It allows the machine to do most of the work rather than me exerting a lot of hand pressure. And when I say this machine smacks, it hits like my mama. It has a battery life longer than almost any machine I've used. I used it for 7 hours the other day and the battery wasn't even halfway dead. If you charge it for 15 minutes, it gives you an hour and a half worth of work. And it does charge via USB-C, so that's a really nice touch. It has 6 different stroke lengths, 7 different hit settings, and it has what they call an anti-gravity switch, which allows the machine to bypass any sort of membrane tension. So you can switch between 84 different ways and find what suits you best. The machine does have 3 different memory slots, which I personally don't use, but they are there for your disposal. When it comes to these soft and sharp settings, they say there is no delay, but I wouldn't call it nothing, but it is the fastest reactive delay system that I've ran across. Another pro about this machine is it does have an auto off and on system, which means if you set it down and leave it idle for 15 or 30 seconds, it will automatically turn off. And you can change those settings or bypass it completely in the menu. And that's a really cool feature because sometimes I do need to let somebody in the shop and it ends up saving the battery life overall. The adjustment ring is pretty great. You can change the throw of the needle without changing the position of the cartridge itself. The cartridge slot is offset, which I thought was going to be annoying, but I find I really like it. Instead of holding my middle finger under the cartridge like I do on most machines, I'm now finding myself holding the machine like this, which feels really good. Now on to the cons. My first biggest gripe about this machine, and I hear this from everyone, is the price. On the low end, this machine costs about $1,600 US, and on the high end, if you get the fancy gold one, you're looking at about $3,000. My friend Garrett did order from them directly, and they did tack on an extra $250, which was kind of a surprise. But if you buy from a US supplier, I'm sure you're not going to pay as hefty as a fee, but I'm sure they will pass some of that charge along to you. Changing the battery is a bit goofy. There is no longer a quick swap. You have to physically unscrew the battery to change it out. But again, the battery does last forever, so hopefully that's not something you really have to worry about, unless you're pulling long 16-hour days. Similar to the Pros, it does have lots of variations, but that can be overwhelming. There is a bit of a learning curve to the machine. I myself took about 3 or 4 tattoos to really get used to how I like to use it. But again, I think having those options is great. One thing I noticed that when a left-handed user picked it up to try it out, he couldn't really see the screen. And I don't think that's something the user can change, so that might be something for Vlad Blad to keep in mind. And last but not least, the wrapping of the machine can be a bit awkward to say the least. My biggest gripe is wrapping the brain box of the actual machine. I have to cut open a clipcord sleeve, stretch it out, and then wrap it over it, and hopefully it doesn't slide off. With the offset cartridge slot, you can use these sleeves that have holes in them already, but I find that I have to wrap that sleeve over itself, tape it up, and then poke my own hole. So it can be a bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Something else I'm not the biggest fan of is the lowest stroke setting. When I do soft black and gray shades, I like a 2.5. But unfortunately, this machine only goes down to 3.2, so although it does go pretty low, it doesn't quite go as low as I'd like. So overall, in my personal experience, I really like this machine, and none of the cons are affecting my work. The battery change, which I hardly ever tattoo over 8 hours, so hasn't been an issue. The price, which I didn't pay for the machine. And the left-hand accessibility, which those guys have it tough anyway. In my personal experience, I like to set the machine to 4.2, set up with a 3-round liner to build the structure for my portraits. From there, I'll bring the machine down to 3.5 or even 3.2 to build in those soft shades. For color, I like to keep it at 4.2 with the anti-gravity switch to the right. It just feels really good when you're packing color with it. It feels almost effortless. I don't really mess with the sharp and soft settings hardly ever, although I did run a 14-round liner this past weekend, and I turned the sharp setting up 1 notch, and it just gave it that extra little push that it needed. I think I might have to come back in a year and really dive into these settings and see how they perform. But for now, the stable option works great. I don't really need anything more or less. I'm a simple guy. So if you are considering picking up this machine, I know it is a hefty price tag, but it is multiple machines in one, so think of it that way. And I've always been a fan of innovation. I usually like to pick up every new machine that comes out. I like to experiment, and this one definitely seems like a real player in the game. So once again, thank you so much, Vlad Blad, for sending me this machine and allowing me to be honest in my review. And if you guys at home like these review videos, drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.